Hello, Wesleyan family. My name is Kelly Goetz, and I'm the Chief Compliance Officer here at the Wesleyan. I wanted to take this opportunity to spend some time with you today in regards to some changes that are happening in Williamson County in regards to COVID-19. On November 19th, Williamson County deemed COVID-19 level red for Williamson County. What exactly does it mean to be at a level red? A level red indicates community-wide uncontrollable spread of COVID-19. It is deemed on the number of tests performed and the number of positive results obtained. With this being said, I wanted to talk to you about some reminders that we've gone over for the last 9 months in regards to the mitigation and preventing the spread of COVID-19. Together, we can make a difference. We have made a difference, and we can continue to make a difference. So let's talk about those things that we know have to happen. Most importantly, number one, wearing a mask. Remember, the mask I wear protects you, and the mask you wear protects me. Whether we're at work or in our personal life, whether we're at a holiday gathering, it is important that you wear your mask, especially if you are not able to socially distance. Secondly, washing your hands. Wash your hands frequently throughout the day. Thirdly, cough and sneeze etiquette. If you have to cough and sneeze, do it into a tissue, throw it away, and wash your hands. Number four, don't touch your face or your nose or your eyes. It is very important to keep your fingers away from your face. Next, make sure that you're cleaning highly touched surfaces often. And lastly, it's really important to socially and physically distance at a minimum of 6 feet. This is hard during the holidays. Actually, it's been hard all year long. With the holidays coming up, we often see family members and friends that we haven't seen in a long time. And it is our first instinct to either shake their hand or give them a hug. It's really important that we think about every time we come in contact with someone, if we don't have our mask and we don't practice what we know to practice, there is potential exposure for COVID-19. As the numbers in the county continue to rise in the counties around us, please practice all the things that you know to practice on a daily basis to stay safe. So let's talk about leaving the community. Residents are allowed to leave the community. Before you leave, the team at the community will educate you about the potential risk while you are away. When you return, there will be specific questions that are asked. Were you attending an event indoors or outdoors? How many people were there? Were you able to socially distance and wear your mask and practice infection control measures while you were away? Were you exposed to someone with COVID-19 or COVID-19 symptoms? Were you exposed to someone that is awaiting a test result of COVID-19? Depending on the answers to these questions will determine the next steps when you come back to the community. In the event that you had potential exposure or you were unable to practice the infection control measures, you will be asked to quarantine in your apartment. So what does quarantine mean? You are allowed to come out of your apartment, but you are required to wear a mask at all times. You must self-monitor your symptoms twice daily, and at any point you experience any symptoms, you need to report it to the administrator or the residential administrator at the building. Secondly, that monitoring will need to occur for 14 days. It is important to not attend any activities, any group activities, or any communal dining during that time. These measures are put into place by the guidance of Williamson County and our health authorities. These measures are put into place in the event that you are potentially exposed while you are away from the community. If at any point that a resident leaves the community and spends the night away, they will automatically be in quarantine when they return. If a resident leaves the community for a holiday event, a lunch, or wherever they go to spend time with their family, and they're able to follow all the infection control measures discussed, there will be no changes when they return to the community. So it's really important that when you leave, remember all those things that you know to do. Share those things with your family and friends and explain to them why you're doing it to mitigate the spread and flatten the curve. Together, we can make a difference. Let's talk next about visitation. Visitation is allowed when Williamson County is in phase red. It's important, though, that any visitors that come into the building follow all the infection control measures that are required by the community. The WSN, our skilled nursing facility, and our assisted living have different regulations in regards to essential visitor visitation. Essential visitors are chosen by the resident or by the responsible party and have specific guidelines they have to follow in regards to COVID-19 testing. Essential visitors are allowed in the community if the community is deemed to have an outbreak, which can be considered one resident or one teammate. Expanded designation of visitors must be approved by state. We have submitted those plans, but once the community experiences a positive resident or a positive teammate, general visitation must stop. The independent living has different visitation guidelines, and if there's any questions in regards to those guidelines, please reach out to your administrator and ask any questions you have. You're always welcome to reach out to myself as the compliance officer as well, and I can explain the differences in visitation. So let's talk a little bit about the teammates. The teammates for the last 9 months have been practicing everything that they know to practice at an excelled level of infection control. From the screening process to personal protective equipment we wear, to how we clean rooms, how often we wipe down items, they've done a phenomenal job, along with the residents and the families, in keeping our community safe. For teammates, I want you to think about, while you're away for the holidays, how many people are you going to be around? Is it immediate family members? It's important to follow all those infection control guidelines of social distancing, just as we ask of anyone. Please share that with your family. I know the holidays are important for all of us. It is important to see our loved ones and to spend time with them. But COVID-19 has changed the way we do things. Think of different ways to be able to see them, whether it be virtually, whether you set up smaller family gatherings. If you do have those gatherings, please practice everything that you know to practice. Keep your social distance, wash your hands, and remind everyone that comes to your home or the home you're going to of the things that you know to do. Remember, we talk about often how the COVID-19 battle has been one of a team. It's a village. It takes everybody to make a difference. I appreciate each and every one of you and all you have done, from the residents to the family members and to the teammates. Together, we make a difference, and together we can flatten the curve. I would like to wish each and every one of you a very happy Thanksgiving and a happy holiday season. Thank you.